Hi, welcome to CGTN Live and our coverage of the chemical plant explosion in Yancheng City in eastern China's Jiangsu province. I'm Mengqi, and I'm now at the site of the explosion. We can't actually see from here, but we are about 1 kilometer point to point from here to that chemical plant. And on and off, we've been seeing plumes of smoke, and right now it's gone. But if you take a look around me, we are seeing scores of firefighter trucks and police, and they're here to maintain the order and make sure the way is open for the rescue work. And earlier, we did see some residents trying to get in, and there were emotional moments. So it's safe to guess that they have family, members who are probably still trapped in that plant. Now, let's take a brief look around. Okay, for those of you who haven't quite been following this event, here's a brief recap. At around 3 p.m. yesterday, a magnitude 2.2 earthquake was first detected around this area. And videos of glasses being shattered in residential buildings and in schools around this area quickly circulated online. And later, that quake was confirmed to be caused by the blast in the chemical plant behind me. If you look closely, you could probably still see some gray smoke there, but maybe not. Well, okay, so back to where I am right now. So, as I was saying, police are placed here to keep the order, and if you pan around, you could see residents from. I talked. You could see some, civilians, and I talked to some of them. They are residents from nearby villages. Okay, so you could see right there is an ambulance, and actually we've also been seeing there an environmental emergency monitoring truck. So we've been seeing those. There's armed police force, there's firefighters, and there's also staff from the environmental agency and also media. They've cars and trucks running through this area. But the point. What I really want to point out here is because this is a chemical plant explosion, there are concerns that there will be ecological impact on this area, and that's why we're seeing those environmental emergency monitoring trucks. And onto some latest information. Right here, I have a press release which was held about an hour ago. And according to this latest information, we got confirmation that right now the casualty looks pretty bad. We have 44 people confirmed dead. We have 32 who are in a critical condition. We have 58 who are severely injured. And right now, there are thousands of workers, medical workers and firefighters working to firefighters trying to contain the site, and hospital staff medical staff trying to help with the injured. And we're seeing that 640 people have been or are still being treated now. And also, according to this press release, residents from nearby villages have been evacuated, and the issue that's of most concern, well, apart from the casualties, right now there's still the issue about whether the pollution is being contained, and we are seeing from this press release that so far drinking water in this area is not affected, and authorities are still closely monitoring the quality of the air and the water. Now, to complement that, I have as a complementary material, I found from the local environmental agency their online release. So there's a notice that came out at around 11 p.m. last night, which had a more detailed description of what they are monitoring. So from this notice, we know that the authorities, they are monitoring the density of sulfur dioxide, of nitrogen oxide. These two can result in respiratory diseases, and according to their notice, these chemicals had been rapidly decreasing, and they're also monitoring the density of benzene derivatives, because this explosion, as we were saying, which happened in this chemical plant, is likely to be caused by the benzene explosion. Well, from where we are now, we can't really smell much, and well, benzene is not supposed to carry an odor. Perhaps some light sweet odor from our from what online research suggests, but basically it's hard to smell it. And we are not smelling much from the air right now, and earlier it was quite windy as well, so maybe that also helps spread the toxins. But I'm not wearing a mask because mostly because again, according to that notice, which came out at 11 p.m. last night, the density of benzene derivatives did not exceed the cap for the outskirts of a chemical plant. Well, it's not a definite reassurance, but I just want to give you a quick look at the site. And now, let's take a look over the affected area. As we were saying, you could see ambulances, coming in an endless stream. Let's pan the camera this way a little bit. If you look at that building over there, so we are now about 1 kilometer away from the chemical plant that where the blast took place. But if you look at this building right behind me, you can see glasses. They had fallen off. But according to a video filmed by the armed police force last night, when they were still carrying out the rescue work, we could see the damage closer to the plant was much worse, and buildings were completely melted down. There were, shattered glasses all over the ground, and cars had been deformed by the shock wave. Now, so as I was talking to the residents over there, some of them, actually one of them was in that accident, was in that plant. He was a temporary worker and putting up some tiles in a warehouse. That's what he said, and he felt this huge shock wave that and his helmet came off like right after, and he had to run for his life. But there are also other. So what we hear from, we're seeing from this press release is that the emergency evacuation has been carried out around this area. But we have some villagers who had been quite, who came up to me and say, I wanted to show you my my house and my village. I was asking them, why are you still here? But they said, yesterday the smell was pretty bad, but today, because the smell is gone, and they came back. And so right now, let's follow them and see what the damage is in their village. And one of them, one of them is staying in a village which is, if I remember right, is about 1 or 2 kilometers away from here. 是您是吗？您是住 OK so 您怎么称呼？
我姓刘，叫刘步山。
Okay, Mr. here is 刘步山, and where do you live? 您是住在哪儿？
我住大湾村。
In the village of Dawan. Where is it? 离这儿有多远？在哪儿呢？
我离这块有2公里。
2 kilometers away from it. 您刚刚说就是愿意带我们去您那边看看是吗？
对呀。
Okay, so it's 2 kilometers away from here. Let's follow Liu to see what damage has been done to his village. 那我们现在去吧，就跟着您。行，谢谢。就是昨天您是在场吗？当时爆炸发生的时候？
爆炸发生我就在家里，我没在这块看到那个事实情况是很危险的，是很危险的那个。
看到什么情况？
看到那个线第一炮就是一个火团着，一个火非常大，或者就冒成一个蓝焰、爆焰，就黑焰就铺天。
您说这个工厂是吗？
对。
Okay, so according to Liu, when the explosion took place, he was at home and he saw. 您是先看到什么？
我先看到是火光原子弹的，搞原子弹的爆炸起来了，或者就是一个落光，或者变成一个黑焰，就铺天盖地就是。
And then black smoke, all over the place. 行，您怎么过去？您是开的车吗 ？Okay, so he has a car and we'll follow him. 那个是您的车是吧？
对，278。
行，那您上车吧，我们就开这个车跟着您。All right, so Liu's village is 2 kilometers away from here, the chemical plant. And for those of you who just tuned in, this is a live coverage of the chemical plant explosion in Yancheng City in eastern China's Jiangsu province. The explosion took place around 3 p.m. yesterday, and so far 44 people have been found dead, and 32 are in a critical condition, and 58 are severely injured. And authorities are, apart from carrying out the rescue work, they're also closely monitoring the air and water condition in this area because things could be poisonous. There could be leaks from the chemical plant. Okay, and now we're following we're now following Mr. Liu, one of a villager from a village that's 2 kilometers away from here. All right, I was just trying to send out some aerial shots from my computer, but internet is not working as I expect it to be. All right, so some more information from this press release. We know that since the accident happened at 3 p.m. yesterday, the Ministry of Emergency Management and the Ministry of Ecology and Environment and the National Health Commission, they have all sent out a special task force to aid the local authorities in managing the emergency. And we're now following one of the local villager named Liu to see how much damage was done to his village and his houses. We did hear from authorities that they are evacuating the local residents because, at around 8 p.m. yesterday, which was about 5 hours after the accident, firefighters were still telling us, there are possible second explosion. So it's not safe to stay around this area. And also, since the authorities are still monitoring the air and water quality, it's not recommended to stay here. We're also seeing from this press release. Oh yeah, okay. If now our camera is focusing on. Oh God, we just smelled. Did you smell that? The smell isn't nice. Let's roll up the window. 把窗户摇起来，把窗户摇起来。So we could see, these are all buildings inside this industrial park. It's a park that specializes in chemical products. And you could see slightly over there, buildings are melted down, and there are yellow smoke in the air. Well, we heard from the special armed police that the flames, which had been going on for hours, but they were finally put out early this morning. So you could see this is an industrial area and construction is still going on. And we're now on our way to a nearby village, which is about 2 kilometers away. And there you could see other buildings, being destroyed and damaged by this blast and its shock waves. We're now turning left on our way to the village, and you could see this little river here, and there are farmland. And just to remind you, if you have any questions, send them in, and I will try to answer it. From the information we have gathered so far from the authorities, and also from local villagers and the task force, the special task force, the armed police and the firefighters, first-hand information from them. Okay, we have an update. So far, the blast has led to 47 deaths and 90 people severely injured. And President Xi Jinping has sent out a message that, let's see, this needs to be taken care of. Okay, so that's the update. And yes, we have ministries, a special task force from the Ministry of Emergency Management, from the Ecology and Environment Ministry, and also from the Health Commission, the National Health Commission. Okay, now we're on our way deep into a nearby village. And we're looking for signs of damage. And we passed it a little bit too quickly, but we just saw a deformed door, a door probably deformed by the shockwave as well. We are not seeing much people. There are not many around, so it is likely that they are evacuated. But we do see one person there. Oh, you could see glasses shattered on the second floor of that building. This village is about 2 kilometers away from the industrial park, the chemical plant where the blast took place. And we see some glasses over there, warped as well. There are a few grannies sitting outside. Yeah. Okay, so deep in here, we do see some people. And hopefully we'll get to talk to some of them as well. So you could see this is, cropland right beside a chemical industrial park. Take a look at the left. 看看左边. All right, as we go deeper into the village, there are more and more people. It's generally not wise to stay here. Okay, are we pulling up? Okay, is that car we're following? Right. Although we're still, from the latest press release, there's no water contamination, but I guess it's just a wiser idea to stay away from here at the moment. Let's see, maybe let's, I don't know how far we're going, but maybe let's get off here. how much further are we going? I have no idea. Oh, there is 那是武警吗? There's police here taking photos of let's see what he's taking photo of. Okay, of a door, of a gate. So it makes sense that there are police, evaluating the damage, and perhaps trying to put people off and persuade them to leave for a while. This is already pretty far from the chemical plant already, but if you look over there, you could still see glass windows, fallen off. They've fallen off the place. I'm asking my colleague to help me check the distance from the plant. Okay, we're pulling off. Here's Leo's place, I guess. 这是您的家吗？
我的家搞不清打扫过来。
Okay, let's get off.
整个一条线都是这个样子的。窗啊，这边很严重破损。
Okay, from my earphone, the signal might have come off. I'm not sure, so I'll keep talking until my colleague call me back. Right. So we're now at 这是什么村？大湾村。The village of Dawan, and Mr. Liu here is a villager. 您的房子在这儿吗？
我这房子就是这。
And this one is his house.
我比较勤劳一点呢，我昨天晚上并今天早上呢，我就把门口这个全部打扫干了。现在这门窗搞这个窗户，别的人还没打扫呢，就是看一看周围呗，这个都是这个成型，都是扎到现这个成型。我后边还有这个。
Okay, 您稍等，我翻译一下。All right, so Liu says he has already been doing some cleaning work here, and okay, I'm getting the call back. Hi, I think I'm reconnected. So this is Liu and his family, and he's been doing some cleaning work already. 没有打扫之前是什么样子呢？
打扫之前就普遍感觉都是这个扎得不得了的，看我的后边或者请你们到后边我的谷里边还是特得了，我后边还有房子。
后边还有he has another house behind, and he was saying that before he cleaned it up, it's all dust. 是很多沙尘灰尘是吗？
灰尘的多的，我的这里面都是这。
Oh God.
上面到了，这个口袋左右大概有8口袋吧，8口袋都是像这个垃圾。
半口袋什么
？8个口袋都是装这个像这个，我还在上面我没朝下。
就在您这个房子是吗？
就在我这个房子里边。
Okay, so in his house alone, he had 8 bags of this shattered glasses. 您还有个老房子是吗？
老房子在后边。
And he has an older house behind this one. And you could see the tiles, they've come off as well.
后边新条都是断掉了，漏亮了。
The beam has, oh God. Yeah, you could see the beam like fell off as well. 这边刚刚帮我查的是距离那边有多远？I'm confirming the distance. What? 它撞到墙上了是吗？
就撞这个墙上的。
就是爆炸发生的时候。
对。
上面这个棚子的都。
Okay, so we just heard from the lady that 这是您小孩是吗？
对。
So her child
对，就是这。
怎么了？也是撞到了吗？
是玻璃掉下来的。
Okay, so when the glass came off, it hit her. It hit her there as well. Yeah, you could see the injury. Right, and the child hit. 他是撞到了 the child hit the wall when the blast took place. And we just I heard from my colleague that this place is about 5 kilometers away from the chemical plant. Not as close as Leo was saying, not 2, but 5 is 5 kilometers away. You could still see damage. And that's the toilet. 那您昨天晚上是住哪儿呢 ？Where did you stay
我
last
昨天晚
night？
上我那边还有一个老夫在这，
在哪里？
在桥那边，靠近桥附近那
离
个。
这有多远？离事故有多远？
离这块大概有30米地呗，30米地，我就隔壁这边。
30里地是多远
？30米。50米。没有。
就是您旁边还有个房子，但是没有这么多破坏是吧？
破坏了都是一样，普遍性的。
那昨天晚上为什么还住着 ？I'm asking why he still stayed here last night.
因为我岁数大呀，我这个我不能家里的这么多东西，我不能不顾。小孩的都走了，我一个。
小孩昨天晚上是不在这是吧？
都走了。
是出于什么担心？So he stayed here because he says he's old and he needs to. 您说要照看这些东西是吗？
我要照看。
He needs to take care of all these things, but the child did move away yesterday and was staying somewhere else. And if you look up at the ceiling, that damage there too. 小孩昨天是去哪儿待的？
去这个叫大有啊，叫大有镇，出那南。
你们就是。Has authorities come to you and trying to persuade you to go away？ 就是有没有就是官方来告诉你们就是需要撤离呢？
没有，就是我们自己看。我们现在我们这个镇头昨天关那个风箱啊，镇头按在我们这个上面，这个底下都是看不到是什么东西了，都是黑烟按下来了。
您说昨天黑烟就是在这边也都是吗？
真的这边真的是一个蒙头人的真的这个涌廊上啊。
就在这儿吗？
对，就在这个方向，没有多远，就在这方向。
但没有到这儿是吧？
到呀，都到这块了，这块都是人。
So Leo was saying that yesterday when the blast took place, the smoke spread as far as here too. 就那个烟也漫到这儿了。
漫到这块都是看不到了，往后边望都是望得很。
If you look over at the river, you can't see anything. I don't think we can see from here. But 昨天就是再跟我们讲讲，就昨天事故发生的时候，这个情况。您是就在家，然后
我就在隔壁，我在隔壁后边，在那边。
So he was nearby beside the river when the blast happened. 然后那会儿是看到什么 ？What did you see?
我看到就是先炸一小下子，我就出来一看，这第二下这个声音就特别大，就冒那个火光，就是很大一个火团子出来就是火团子先发现火团子。
So he heard a bang, and then he came out to see and then
都是黑。
And see black smoke all over the place, like a cloud of smoke.
东北风，昨天刮的东北风，我们正在这下风哎。就是这个劲儿。
Okay. So the wind comes from northeast yesterday. He was saying, and they are, where the wind is coming from. So they are meeting the wind head on. 那当时大家是个什么反应 ？So what was the response like in this neighborhood?
大家就是反映这个气味很难闻，这个就是呢，干嘛就是朝这个别的地方跑一跑呗，就是躲出这个气味，就是这个。昨天那个风力很大，大概就达到6级风差不多的。昨天那个风。
Okay, so he guessed it was a level 6 wind, and people when they smelled the smell was quite stinky, and they tried to run off. 但为什么现在大家又回来呢 ？Why are people coming back？ 就是为什么不再就是多久一点？大家是今天都回来了吗？
今天就都回来了。今天我看这个盐城呢，这个上面这个领导处理差不多了。我一看没有什么那个了，我就干嘛叫小孩子全部回来吧，回来打扫。
你有关注？你怎么关注就是领导这边的这个处置情况 ？So how are you following the authorities' response？
我就看这个上面的烟没有多少了，我就晓得上面领导肯定把这个事情处理差不多了。
那个烟是吧？So he was basically monitoring the smoke. and when the smoke was not that heavy, he decided to come back. 行，谢谢，大概是这样的一个情况，是吧？
对。
Okay.
好。
So we've seen firsthand what the blast has done to village houses 5 kilometers away from the blast
了
site.
解本地群众吗？可以，你能了解本地群众吗？
Okay, yeah, we can talk to a few more. 这个村庄有多少人？
这个村庄啊，
How
这
many
个村庄
people here?
你到这个路上你望一望，这个村庄大概有4公里，有4公里。同样就是你这边那边那个上面没有大手的，你照一下子，你看就是现在这种，好吧？
Yeah.
还有那边的。
I was trying to get a number about the people in this village, but I didn't get a definite answer. 你们昨天都在场吗？就是事发的时候都在这儿吗？ Were you all here? 都在家。就发生了，就当时是个什么情况？
当时发生了什么情况？那我给视频给你看看。
So this gentleman here has
No.
this villager here has a.
看到没？
Oh God. Okay, there's some blood in this video, so I'm probably not gonna share it with you. 这是在哪里拍的？
这就是在现场拍的，我们在现场那边拍的。
你跑到现场去了？
对。好多的。
这是您自己拍的？
对。
Sure. Okay, so I was asking for confirmation that this video came from him, and he said he shot it, and he went to the site to shoot it. 就是当时烟不是很 ，There was so much smoke. Why did you run over there? 那为什么还往那儿跑？
我们家里面那边有人嘛，有人在那边上班。
您家人有在工厂 ？He has someone working. He has some family member working there in the plant.
我哥哥家小孩在里面上班。
现在有消息吗 ？So his child, the child of his brother was working there.
他当时也受伤了那样。
And he was injured.
我就给他接回来了。
哦，所以那个小孩是交警是吗？是警察。
他就在里面那个行管人员，就是园区里面，园区里面那个。
这个照片你可以给他们看一下。So his brother's child is a guard. 是执法是行政okay admin and staff working in that plant and he was hurt as well. 但他没事了是吧？就是
现在他没事了，跟他一起那个小孩有事了，他还在给他架到那个空旷的地方，那个小孩很厉害了，跟他一起一个班上的。
Okay, but the child's colleague is hurt.
当时烟很大。
Okay. 这个可以给我们观众看一下吗 ？So he has a first-hand video showing the smoke yesterday. 这是从哪拍的 ？Where did you shoot it? Okay, so he went over to the side and shot this. Okay. 你们就是还决定就是要待在村庄里吗？还是说要考虑就是等官方就是一个消息说那个安全了，然后你们再回来呢？
好多了，一天，我们老百姓就没有一天的那个安全。反正每次嘛都是出了大事小事，我们都会跑的。这个不安全的。
So this villager here is saying, as long as the chemical plant is here, they don't feel safe, and whenever an accident happens, they run off. So how many accidents have happened before? 就之前有那个事故是吗？
有的，就是10年左右吧。那一次那个什么大河啊，那个化工厂好像有那个。
也是在这儿吗？
对。然后我们
在这个园区。
对，就是这个园区。
发生了什么？
发生那个劣质那个泄漏，然后我们老百姓都在跑啊。
不是爆炸是吧？
没有爆炸，对，泄漏。
So 10年前。
对。
About 10 years ago, there was a chemical leak in one of the plant in the industrial park as well. Okay. I guess we'll have to stop here. We need to get back to the site. Oh, sorry, 不好意思。 Do we have any questions? Okay, so I haven't seen questions come in. So this is a village that's about 5 kilometers away from the site of the chemical blast, the chemical plant explosion, and earlier this morning. Well, for those of you who just tuned in, we're doing a live coverage on the chemical plant explosion in the city of Yancheng in eastern China's Jiangsu province. And earlier this morning, we had the latest update from authorities that so far more than 45 people have died, and just now another update that around 90 people were severely injured, and hundreds are being treated at local hospitals. Now, the cause of the blast and the possible problems leading to it are still under investigation, and we will bring you more updates, and hopefully we'll be able to get to the hospital later this afternoon and see what the situation is like there. Well, last night I did visit one of the major hospitals, but I was not allowed to go in, and I talked to some family members, families of those victims who were working at the plant, and a lot of them were still waiting for confirmation whether their family members are okay. And it was quite an emotional moment. But that said, we will bring you more updates as things develop, and stay tuned on CGTN. I'll see you soon.